Davey's home. Mike, thanks for holding down the fort.
You got it, brother.
You crushed it last week. I wanted.
Thank you, dude.
Do you mean what you're talking about?
No.
About the podcast?
Never. I've never meant anything I ever said.
No,
in my
what
life,
you said
dude.
last week.
I've never meant a damn thing in my life, dude.
Because I listened.
I've never meant anything.
I'm over here. Did you mean what you said about you just do this with your friend because you enjoy doing it?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Of course.
It meant a lot when I heard that part.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, of course.
Because I'm not in your head. So it's like, it's good to hear that like you're happy doing it.
I hear that a lot. I don't say it enough.
It's okay.
Well, it's not okay because...
No, I appreciate you said it when I wasn't around.
It's okay to want a little more.
I would like for you to express how you feel more.
I'll try, man.
To me, about me.
I'll try.
About this.
I'll try.
No, I'm just kidding. You held it down, and I really enjoy listening to you talk for an hour.
Yeah.
Without me here.
Yeah.
It was really
And
cool.
we had a little guest.
Yeah. I was in the airport when I was listening.
Really?
Yeah, and Margot made an appearance, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, that's cool.
She asked really good questions, too.
Yeah.
Really provoking questions.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, it was cool to hear. I would love to have her here.
Yeah.
Next time she's here.
Maybe next time, man. She's going to be here for a little bit in June.
Margot, if you'd like to be on the pod, I'd love to chat with you.
You're forced to be on.
Yeah, right? We should make her do that. Well, you should make her do
Your
that.
wife was on, so.
Yeah. I think
my future wife's got to be on.
Oh. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about like really just like establishing a home, dude.
Yeah?
Guys, like and subscribe. Realest podcast in the game. It's good to be back, bro.
Yeah.
And I want to say to you too, thank you for making your ass all the way out to Archer City, Texas. Mikey flew in the day of the first Archer City screening.
Yes, sir.
Landed in Dallas, rented a car, drove the 2.5 miles out to the middle of nowhere, Archer City, and walked around a corner. I was like, is that Mike?
Yeah, I love the way I like found you guys.
We were sitting on a
because I was rolling up and I'm like, I wonder what it's gonna be like because I have no clue because I'm driving 2.5 hours just like the middle of nowhere and the last hour is just one straight line. Just like I have my hands off the wheel. I'm just like sitting like this. And it was nice, man. It was cool. And then like I went there and the first thing you see is the theater.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I parked right there. Yeah. I'm like, and I went inside. I'm like, hello? No one's there. So then I walk around the corner and y'all are just sitting on like a porch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's up?
Yeah. We were just sitting like this. I had the boots in the hat.
Yeah, I looked at y'all.
Hat.
Yeah, the boots in the hat. Y'all were just chilling. I'm like, damn.
Dude, we fully adopted like.
Yeah.
You know how many people thought I was a Texan?
Really? I bet, man.
I passed. Yeah, I think the beard throws them off, but I think because they're all trimmed out.
You look like you probably have like a cult somewhere over there.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
Yeah.
With this getup?
Yeah.
Like you'd be at one of those plots of land with like the really big gates.
Yep.
And the huge mansion.
Yep.
You'd walk out and be like, hello.
Right?
Welcome.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you want a massage?
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing? Yeah. Or like the party's in the back room. That kind of thing?
Yeah. You'd have like a greeting that's like it's like a different type of greeting, you know? Like you'd say something very like abstract.
a Roman handshake, like
maybe like that, and you'd say like you'd be like Grace or something, you know? Yeah. And you'd look them in the eyes.
Yeah.
Grace
upon me.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Try. Grace upon me.
You can't laugh though.
How'd it feel though?
You can't laugh though.
It's intense.
It is.
Did you feel that?
Yeah. I felt something.
Dude.
So how was it, man?
It was, you were there. It was awesome. It was awesome. Dude.
Yeah.
It was cool to meet new people. I was so chill in Archer City. Like, chill.
I could tell, dude. It's a chill town.
Well, it was like a dream, bro. That place, imagine years ago.
Yeah. Pull the mic like a little more.
I'm looking it up on, like there, here?
Yeah, it's good.
I'm looking it up online.
Yeah.
That place we were at.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, that'd be so sick, dude, because we're writing a film about like small town folk. Larry McMurtry from here. It'd be so cool to come like film here.
Yeah.
Fast forward, we're shooting there. 2 years later, after like being like, this was the coolest experience ever. We're back there screening the movie. It was like a full circle moment. So being in the theater with everybody that came out, like a bunch of older folks, and like this is one of the coolest things was like there was 3 young guys, like 13, 14, And they were we had like a food truck set up, and we were chilling outside, and we were greeting people at the door. And the coolest part about this was like we got to like shake hands with people, and part of what Anytown was about was like I want to meet the people.
Yeah,
I want to like get their stories, man. I want to like get to know these people because we believe there's a story really everywhere in any town.
Any town.
So we're meeting these people. We're shaking their hands. We're getting to know where they're from, like how long they've been here, who owns the diner. Oh, that's Mern. That's her. Oh, wow. And we're chopping it up with everybody. And then 3 young guys come up. And these are the first like kids we've seen at one of the screenings. And again, I'm chilling. I'm like, this is my dream come true. It's a taco truck. We're eating like dinner together on the stage in the ruin.
Yeah.
It was just fucking awesome. And then these 3 kids come up, and I'm like, they're kind of like flirting with it. I could tell they're like not in, but they're curious. And Archer City there's not much going on.
It's just a local town.
It's a local town with like
everyone knows each other probably.
But how many bowling alleys did you see, and how many like malls? And
nothing.
There's nothing to do.
There's nothing.
But on the marquee,
there's an intersection,
right? And on the marquee, it's like, oh, Wayward Kin. Like, there's a movie playing at the theater. You know, it's again.
I can't imagine if you like don't know what like that's gonna happen. You're like, dude, what,
dude? And last picture show was like, there's no more movies here. There is.
Yeah.
Like we brought one here.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Like, but so these 3 kids come up. Eventually, they're kind of flirting at the door. They grab tacos. We like met a little bit, but we didn't really talk as we were greeting other people. And then I come out, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just see what's up if they want to come in or not. So I go up to them. I say, hey, you know, what's up, guys? Like, how you doing? And Adam's with me, and it was so funny because 2 of the kids were like, they're more shy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then this one kid, I'll never forget him.
Yeah.
His name, he goes like this. He puts his hand out. He takes a step forward, puts his chest up, chin up, and he goes, I am the Gage McCord. And he shakes my hand. 14-year-old boy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, dude, nice to meet you. Like, Gage, like, what's up? And he's like, listen, guys, like, you know, I'll tell you this, like, I think I could do this, and I think I could help you with your next film, and I'd love to be a part of it. And I'm like, well, do you want to see this one? And he's like, yes, I do. And like the other 2 are like, well, how much money do we have? And they're trying to pool their money together, and like, I'll send you this if you send me that. And I got to call my mom and like get a certain amount. And me and Adam talking, we're like, just cut him a deal, like just get him in. I just want them to see this because this is literally what we spoke about. Yeah. These kids came from fishing. They strolled into town looking for something to do. Yeah. They were like looking how to break into like the car dealership next door because they were like bored. And the movie's playing, just happens to be playing, and they're gonna go watch it. Yeah. And maybe something's gonna affect them or change their path or whatever. So it was cool to meet like Gage embodied, and the 2 others. Forgive me for not remembering their names, but Gage was so like I'll remember him forever. But they sat, they watched the film, they clearly were moved by it in some ways. And afterward, like they hung around and we talked about like, and Gage said like, listen, you know, it really moved me. And he was speaking about God, and he was just saying like this young guy from Archer City. And he was like, he's like, you know, again, like I think I could do this. Like, I really think I could do this. And I said, well, how about this? Give me your email. He's like, he's looking at his friends. I'm like, oh, this is big for Gage, man. No, who else is rolling up to Archer City with a film that's saying like, I'll remember you, and like we'll think about any stories you got and we got, and I told him like, I'll remember you guys. Like, I'm not gonna forget you guys. You smell like fish. You came, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna forget the Gage McCord. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. And if someone like that came to my town, Elmo Park, and was like showing their film, and I was my age, and I'm like, dude, I think I could do this. I wish someone would have took my email and been like, let's talk. So that was one of the coolest experiences, dude. I'm sorry I'm long-winded, but it's
of course.
A lot. And then another thing was Jerry, one of the coolest guys from Archer City I met. He's like the only Democrat in town. He's like,
yeah.
Remember Jerry? And we had talks after the film. He came into both screenings. He's the man. Jenny's his daughter, and they're just such a dope family. And they hosted us, and we got to see the bookshop because of them. And Jenny really hosted us there. But Jerry was like, I have something for you guys the second day. And he gave me and Adam and Jenny these manila envelopes. So literally, he told me this through tears. Like, he was like, briefly, my oldest brother named Babe, he's known as Babe. He said this is his story he had with a significant other throughout his life. It's personal. I have journals from, he journaled about everything, and she did as well. This is their story from her eyes. He goes, I wanted you guys to have this and look at this because after watching the film, I think you guys can do something with it if it was something you were interested in. And I said, what? This is what we like prayed about.
Yeah.
This is what we worked so hard to get to. And Jerry's handing us a story in our lap. And I read it, me and Lena did 2 days ago. And I bawled my eyes out.
Holy
it was, shit. Dude, I'll ask Jenny if it's okay. And Jerry, Mike, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But that's my point.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
It fell into my lap. But we did all this legwork to get to Archer again and to make this film and with the hope that it inspire somebody to share their story with us.
Yeah.
Boom.
Bro.
Engaged, being like, please, like, I want to tell stories too.
Dude, that's a sign.
Right?
That's a sign, man. You got to make that.
I want to so bad.
You got to make that, bro. That lines up with everything.
I know, bro.
Right?
It was sick.
You have to.
I know. I never thought that would happen. Like first time out, like back in Archer, never saw that coming.
Come on, man.
Bang.
That's movie 2.
Bang. And he had read it that day, Jerry. Jerry even read it that day for the first time. So he learned all that info about his brother that day. It was just crazy. And then we're watching the film and people are laughing and they're crying and they're shocked. And it was a dream, bro.
Yeah.
And then Dallas, your boy was
freaking out. I got to hear.
No,
I have to hear about it all. I have to hear about it all.
As chill as I was in Archer, I was pouring sweat in Dallas, dude.
Good.
I don't even know what to say, bro.
You have to walk me through it. Walk us through it, man. I'll just say it because I mentioned it.
Yeah, please.
Because on the last podcast I mentioned it. Y'all had a packed house at the Dallas Theater. Or was it the Dallas Theater?
Texas Theater.
Texas Theater. And that's not no measly little...
It's a 300-seater at least.
Yeah. That's for a first film viewing in Dallas?
It was nuts.
Come on, man.
Mike, the day of...
When I saw that picture, I was like...
Mike.
What? And I saw y'all go up there. I'm like, yo. Bro,
I was never in a crowd like that, and I was never looking at a crowd like that. It was insane. But the day of, we wake up, and I'm feeling the buzz, and I could sense like we're all kind of feeling it. Uh-oh, are we okay?
We're good.
We're rolling. I can sense everyone's feeling that buzz too. But we're kind of like just talking about it. And the one thing I did deal with in Archer, I didn't tell you, I kind of wanted to talk to you about it. I'd never been in a position at this scale where people came up to me after like showing my work and they had experiences or they wanted to talk, and it was like lengthy conversations. And in Archer, I had a hard time with it. And where I used to, now roll with me on this, back a couple years ago, like 5 years ago, 6 years, whatever. That's what I used to act for, was like that love shit, that like hit of oh, they like me. You know, oh, they were moved. Like, that means I'm good. Like, okay, tell me a little bit about how I did. So that way I know I'm not a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, that would give me my drug for 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day, whatever.
For a night,
Since I've given all that up and like given it to God, it doesn't affect me anymore. Like, and when I say that, it doesn't sound good. Like, and this is what I dealt with in Archer, and I had to admit it. And I admitted it to Adam, and we talked about it and prayed on it. But I was like, I had people coming up to me after the film to talk to me. And a few of them I'm able to receive and have a real conversation with. But some of them I'm deflecting. I felt myself deflecting it back to them and saying, they'd be like, you know, Dave, say a compliment. And I'd just say, yeah, but Jerry. And I would just throw it back on him and say, like, I couldn't receive what he was sending me because it's not going to fill me anymore. Like that kind of thing. So Adam, he had a good point. He's a great thinker and just a great friend. And he was like, this is you're changed a bit from those years ago when we were both kind of in the same boat. I won't speak for him, but I was definitely in that boat. And you've changed. Like, your heart has changed. You no longer do it for that reason, so you're not filled by the same stuff anymore. And he said, since this is new to you, this is all new to you, you've never been in this position, it's going to feel weird. And your reaction, you found, initially, is deflect. Like, push it away. Like, put it back on them or put it to somebody else. Like, yeah, but did you see Katie? Like, go there. Like, any love coming my way, it was so weird. Like, I don't know. It was such a weird instinct. And I was just deflecting everyone's love the first night for sure. Second night, less. Well, after we talked about it, when we got back to McKinney, he said, just for the next one, like, let's talk it out. Like, what are some things you're looking to do to adjust the way you receive people after the film?
Yeah.
And what we landed on was like, well, why don't you just take them in? Like, why don't you thank them with empathy with who they are? And like what they're saying to you, they're saying it because it means something to them.
Yeah.
You know, like when I would go to an actor that I saw on screen or whatever, or who I met, I met John Bernthal. I was like, dude, I just got to tell you, like, what you did in this one film, it really like gave me something. Yeah. And I said that to him. Now, I don't know if it reached him or not, but he was kind enough and graceful enough to me to be like, you know, thank you, man. That means a lot to me. And like, he was gracious in that. Yeah. But it meant something to me. So it means something to them. So be gracious with them and like try to feel and experience like what they saw on screen that you gave is affecting them, and it means something to them. That's beautiful. Have empathy for that. Yeah. And I was able to do that in Dallas, bro. So all these people were like coming up afterwards. I'm skipping, but that was one thing I was dealing with. Yeah. And it ended well, like very well. But
makes sense, man.
Dude.
You know, that relationship changes.
It changed.
You know, because I find it like really weird because it's almost it's a bit of like a paradox. You know, it's just you're making these things to be seen, but then like back in the day, like that feeling of being seen overcame everything of making.
It was huge.
Right?
I wouldn't say it's everything, but it was a lot of it.
But it's also like you can't really have it without that.
You can't.
You know, so now where do you put that?
Right.
You know, it's kind of like you don't know where to put it. You know, and maybe like the way you look at it now is like you had a negative kind of like outlook towards that thing. Like you don't want to fall back into that because it's not good, you know, for you. But it's got to go somewhere, you know? And you can, it seems like with Adam, you know, like you're able to put it in like a positive place, you know?
It was just like
great.
Shifting the frame.
Yeah. Because I feel like ego, you know, people say like people have a huge ego.
Yeah.
I feel like ego is a choice.
Sure.
Right? Like it's a choice to like take something and take it as, man, I'm the shit. You know what I mean? Like you could take that all day.
Yeah.
Like I put out a 250 seat theater. Like I'm not gonna deal with anyone that's, you know, underneath a 250 seat theater anymore. Like I'm going only up now. Like the price has increased, man. And it's like you can't really think about it that way.
No.
You know, like once you do that, you're cutting out everyone below.
Well, and it's all a lie.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like the value of...
Well, there is like a bit of like the faking, you know, that it holds a little bit. It creates the illusion, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of people have that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think like the way we're running shit now is like, that's out the window.
It doesn't matter, dude.
But it's inevitable to deal with that part of it all.
Totally.
You know?
It was surprising.
Because that's the beauty of this whole thing you're doing is like to create something and it be, you know, it touch a person.
Yeah.
Doing it for the one.
Doing it for the one.
You know?
Yeah. That's how we structured this.
Just being satisfied with, and like, if you think about it, that's, you know what it is? It's like, you can't treat it as like this crowd.
No.
You know?
No.
Think of it as each person is a one.
Yeah.
You know? And like, you got a million ones right there.
That's right.
But you still got to get that other one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You can't be like, you can't look at the big number. You got to look at every single one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Dude.
Along the way.
Yeah.
That's kind of life, man. You just got to look at every single good thing that happens, you know? And when one bad thing happens, that's a good perspective, dude. It's like every single thing that comes up in life, you got to look at it as just like a single force or thing that you have to deal with.
Absolutely.
Right? Because once you group all the good things together, then you're like the one bad thing, you're like, oh, shit, you know? Life's over.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's our thing. That's going to be our t-shirt. Do it for the one.
Do it for the one, bro.
Yeah. We might have to change our name to the Do It for the One podcast.
I like it. You are here, do it for the one. No, I love that, dude. And you're right. You're right. That each person, and that's what I mean when I was.
That's kind of what you did, you know, with that in Dallas. Then
I was finally able to do it.
Yeah,
but going there, brother. Again,
you got to walk me through, man.
We're going to a theater.
You have to walk me through.
I'm trying right now. I'm trying.
Please.
So we're driving to the theater. As we're driving, Adam's driving. I'm in the passenger seat. Lena's in the back with Jordan. We're driving there, and I'm sorry, Katie's in the car too. And I'm in the back seat. All I'm hearing is
go on, man.
All I'm hearing is so we're sitting at like 170 seats about, which is crazy to me. I'm like, again, never, no one, what I made.
170 bought?
So and I'm like, okay, there might be a couple stragglers at the door, like whatever, but this is it. So you have an expectation. Like I didn't know it, but I was setting this expectation. Yeah. And Adam's driving, he's like, I see him doing this. I'm like, what's up? He's like, 2 more bought tickets. I'm like, oh, cool. And it's about a 40-minute drive. Like 5 minutes later, like we had to drop the girls off to get their hair done. They're getting like blowouts and stuff. Yeah. So I'm back in the car. He looks at me. He's like, 8 more tickets got sold. I'm like, wow. So we're at like 185? Like, is that where we're at? Like, yeah. 5 minutes go by. He's like, 4 more just got bought. 7 got bought. 12 got bought. Like they just kept rattling off, and people were walking in paying cash. But dude, so it's just me, Jordan, and Adam. Like the girls are getting ready in the green room, and then we're in this Texas theater where, dude, I'm obsessed with it because it's historic, and like Howard Hughes built this perfect theater. He's the aviator, and like he was obsessed with film. He's a filmmaker too. It's perfect theater. Mm-hmm. Lee Harvey Oswald got caught there after he killed the president of the United States. The seats right there. I'm bugging out, and we're about to show our film like on this perfect screen with perfect audio. It's built for perfect experience. So I'm bugging out. So it comes to the point where we're in the hallway, and I'm like, dude, this is gonna be what? Shout out Eric Senior too. Eric Senior was there, and he helped us out at the door. He's from Playhouse West. He came all the way out for that too. He's the man. There's so many other people I want to thank, but thank you, Eric, and Tarzia. I'm so glad you showed up. But we're at the door, me and I see him open the door. And again, my expectation is like, there'll be people trickling in. Probably I've never seen a line. And then all of a sudden, it's just like, I just see people, and then it cuts off, and I'm like, holy shit, there's a line. And then they start filing in, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I grabbed a drink at the bar. I'm overwhelmed. I'm like, I'm sweating, dude. I'm like bugging out. So finally, like people are filling in, and I'm not looking in the theater. Then I poke my head in, and I'm like, oh my God, this is what 260 people look like in one space in this theater, and they're finding their seats, and like we're catching up with people we haven't seen in a while, and like the nerves were through the roof, dude. And then we had to go up there, and like Adam was saying like an introductory speech for everybody and thanking them for coming. And I'm on the stage with him, and I'm looking at him like, this is gonna be either the greatest or the worst experience of my life. Like, this is going to be either fucking... That's how I felt. I was like, it's going to be awesome or it's going to be awful. Like, there's no in between. I never felt more nervous for people to see what we've done. Like, I've never felt those kind of nerves before. And I know the work was done. Like, that's it. Yeah. You can't change it. Bro, Adam sits next to me. I'm here. Lena's next to me. Jordan's right next to her. And the whole film, I'm like grabbing Adam. I'm like, we're like squeezing each other each moment. Like, you're just like, like, oh my God, they got it. Like, oh, here it comes. And then like laughter just explodes. I'm like, oh my God, they're on. They're listening. They're in. They're invested. Like, it's working. It really works. It's a good film. Like, the crowd seemed to enjoy the film. And they were laughing, gasping, like crying. They had an experience. And by the end of it, we're talking to everybody. I'm bawling, talking to Pop. I'm talking to Adam. Some of Adam's students showed up. We're talking about acting. Like, what? Dave, like, tell me. Ian and a couple other guys, they came up to me individually, and they were just like, what's like a piece of advice? Like, you have a piece of advice for me? I'm like, bro, like, sure. And then that's my one piece of whatever. Show me how to throw a punch, one of the kids said. I'm like, got you. But it was just so cool. It was the coolest experience. Like, aside from getting married, that is the top. Wow. It was insane, bro. For all the right reasons. Mm-hmm. We didn't like break our morals or like work in a shady way or screw people over to get to this point. Like, we did it the way we thought was right. Yeah. And we stuck to our guns when everyone said like, this is stupid or whatever. And people showed out. And then we gave them our love and attention and we learned about them and we took them in, and like it felt like everyone was like there for the right reasons and was moved by what they experienced. It was such a warm energy. The crew was all back. Like everyone was back together again. We hung out in the backyard of the Airbnb afterward, like just chilled and reminisced and like, bro, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it, dude. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life. And I don't know. And who knows if that ever happens again? Like for real. That was just a special, special night. And I'm just grateful, bro. I was able to be present.
Yeah.
And enjoy, man. I really enjoyed it. It was so sick, dude. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, bro. It's a long road to get
so
there.
Happy, dude.
Thanks, man.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, now we're planning the Jersey screen.
New Jersey.
So
get ready. You said you're not gonna live it again. You're gonna live it again in New Jersey.
Here's the thing.
Just saying.
Let's try to sell more. Let's try to get more people in the house.
I'm telling you. And now you could use this as
is
like.
Is it us or Texas?
100%.
Is it Jersey or Texas?
Dude, true.
Let's see
Let's see what happens. I'm telling you, like, because now you can tell, like if you're looking, worried about looking for a space or whatever the show, it's like, you'd be like, we got 3 showings in Texas, 250 seat.
Yeah.
In the Texas theater, like that's like accolade stuff, you know what I mean? That you can kind of sell to other people,
Yeah.
You might be able to do a little run, man.
A lot of people here that are constantly
a lot of people, bro.
Where can we go
people are dude, people are going to come see it.
I feel 100%. Like they are. I feel like they are.
And we might have to get more tickets than Texas. Just saying.
I mean, a little healthy competition.
We're going to need a bigger theater.
A little healthy competition never hurt. No,
I wanted to ask though, when you were nervous before showing it, like in the seat, what is the nervousness for?
Let me try to find
like what are you worried about?
That people will not be moved or affected in any way, and they'll say this was a waste of my time. And all the 5 years of work goes in the toilet in one night. That's the fear. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
It's a scary thing, man, because when you share your work, and it's not like the people are like, are you worried about how you're going to look? Like, dude, like, don't worry. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck how I look or sound. I really don't. Like, my acting's done. That shit's done. Yeah. The shit that like I really was nervous about was like the film as a whole, the story as a whole. Yeah. Do we bring you on a ride and are you affected? Yeah. Are you moved? Are you changed? Do you want to talk about it after or not? Yeah. And it seemed like
it was
so many people. We have reviews on the thing. We have a letterbox. People like,
oh yeah,
yeah. We have IMDb people.
Cool. I gotta put up a review.
Then we have an email chain where people are like sending us what they thought about.
Dude,
yeah,
come on,
really
man.
Cool, man. It's really cool. And that's just one screening. So like, that was the fear. That was the fear. It's like people are gonna give us. I was nervous about this when I was acting, and it's something that's following me. Is like I don't want to steal money from you or your time. Like if my service isn't good, it feels like I'm stealing. Like if I was to lie on screen and pretend like, oh, look at there, here's the tear stick. Like, look, Dave rolled a tear out of his eye. Then I stole from you because I just phoned it in. Like I faked it. I tricked you. I smoke and mirrored you. Yeah. That's not what I'm trying to do. I want to tell stories, and Adam does too, from the realest, most meaningful place we can. Yeah. It may not be the flashiest shit. It may not be like Creed. You know what I mean? But like it's gonna be significant and meaningful and personal. Yeah. And we're not gonna rob you of your time or your money. So I didn't feel like we robbed a single person that night. I really don't. Yeah. I can't even say what some people did, but there was experiences had in that in that theater, really? Bro. Yeah. Man. Yeah, man.
Man.
I know.
It's another thing I missed, dude.
And dude, the energy, like you saw where it was like 30 people in a room, 40 people in a room. When you have 260 people in a room.
That want to sit and watch a movie.
Bro, and it was like this. It was like when we watched this movie. Yeah. Remember the energy in it?
Yeah.
It was warm. It's like, wow, we're all here for the same reason.
Yeah. You're actually paying attention, bro, interested.
I feel like, and I could be wrong, that's the purest form of watching Wayward Kin I'm ever going to feel.
Yeah, probably.
With a room full of people.
100%.
And they're all getting it. They all got it. And they were all like changed by it a bit or a grand way. Like, but they were changed. I'll say this. One person left because of how personal it was. It's crazy.
Yeah.
they told us after. They were like, I'm sorry, like I left around this minute mark. Like I'm dealing with this in my life. And it was so,
man,
isn't that wild?
How does that feel? To like pinpoint, dude.
It feels good because we recognized it. You know,
but that's the thing that's the thing that hits me every time. Like, that's the best thing about like movies when like something can pinpoint you so hard, where you like really just feel just even a moment like that, or like just something like that. Yeah, that's the best part. And you know,
for me,
and get it to the point of that is like, man, that's tough.
Bro. Selfishly, for me, the coolest thing, and this is selfish, but and it's gonna sound cheesy, but it's true.
Yeah.
To see my wife like proud of me, like really beaming, dude. She was proud of me, man. And to see Jordan get love, like he was getting, and to see Adam on stage, like he knows, and I know what it took. Yeah. So to see him like get praise, for what he gave,
that is honestly probably going to be the only way you receive that, man. Right?
But to see your friends win like that, bro. And one night, it was special.
You all went one, man.
Yeah, it was special, dude. It was special. The whole trip was, and in between it, we're just laughing and throwing footballs around and just
the way it's supposed to be.
Truly, the way it's supposed to be, bro. Yeah. But keep an eye out because we're gonna be hosting a June one. I think June.
100%.
Might be July, maybe June.
June.
I'm planning for June.
I'm going to that place tomorrow. Talking to these people.
Me, you, Jordan. And
I don't give a shit anymore.
Me, you, Jordan, and Walt. I'm definitely going with Jordan and Walt tomorrow.
Let's go.
Do you want to roll?
I'll roll.
Okay.
I'm down.
Do it. And we're just going to introduce ourselves.
I'm telling you, just do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
For real.
All right, sick.
Because it needs to be shown.
Yeah. But thank you guys for all the love. I got a lot of messages, like DMs and shit from people in our life and people we just met. Yeah. And everyone's been so kind and really like excited about this film. And thank you guys for being so kind. Because I know it's like a world of like FUs and like tweeting behind keyboards and stuff. So thank you guys. And I'd love to see you guys in the next screening. Because it's an event. I'll tell you, it's an event.
It is.
And there may be one coming to LA too.
Ooh, come on. Come on, dude.
I don't know. We'll see.
What?
We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see.
The Wayward Tour?
There's a little tour going on.
Wayward Tour! Dude, that's amazing.
Anyway.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks, man.
Feels good, man. Like you said.
How do you feel, bro? Like being a part of it?
I talked about it last time, man. I was so happy being a fly on the wall of just like experiencing it all.
Filling up the coolers?
Yeah. Just giving drinks to people. Like, you know, I also want to say the coolest thing was seeing at the Archer premieres is just like how it's a room full of old people.
Yeah.
And they're all like taking the time out of their day. And like I get to see like I like overhear stuff, people talking and stuff. And it's like Betty is like, you know, she's like, oh yeah, came to watch, and they're like, oh, how are the arrangements going? And I'm like, arrangements? And they're like, yeah, I have to. You know, I got to get home and probably do the flower arrangements till about 2 a.m. And then I got to wake up at 6. And it's like, dang, these people are like coming to see something.
Small town.
And it also surprised me how it's just like, you know, some older crowd. And like, they're just so willing to just like hang out and come see something. Dude. And they're brutally honest.
They are.
Right?
So honest.
And it's awesome.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We disappointed one lady.
Great.
Yeah. One lady was like, I didn't catch her name, but she was like, it was about 7:15, or no, it was like 6:45, and we were eating food outside, and people were coming slowly and whatever. She's in there, she's like, it's like Adam said like the start time was like at 8, and she goes 8 o'clock, like she was so upset, you know. Yeah. But yeah, bro, it was cool to see like a crowd like that because it's a small town, it's the weekend, and they're looking for something to do. Yeah. And they're coming out to watch this movie. It's just wild. Yeah. Jenny told me, I laughed so hard. She goes, so there's bingo night in town? And she goes, for winners, they were kind of sick of like winning like paper towel rolls and stuff like that. So I offered them like 2 tickets to the screening for like a winner. And they showed up for bingo night. Yeah, dude.
Let's go.
But that's small town.
Yeah,
that's as real as it gets.
You don't get that nowhere.
No, dude. It was awesome. You can't
replicate that.
But people came from like there was people coming from like Valley View and like farther away places, man. So it wasn't just Archer City people. But it's cool to see the Archer City folk like just come out to watch a movie at their theater.
One of my favorite things, my favorite review ever. This lady was walking by me. She's like with like her friends or whatever. She's like, "That was amazing. I hated the ending." And I was like, "Wow, that is just brutal."
That could mean a lot.
And
of
awesome.
Things. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, you take it with a grain of salt, bro.
I like it.
Yeah, I think people like the guy that the person that got up and like kicked it at like the 40-minute mark. Like, you could take that as like, oh, homie, like hated it, or he was moved by it, and he told us he was moved by it. But at the time, I was like, this could be just a walkout.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone's gonna have their opinions, man.
Who cares, man?
And it's beautiful.
You know?
Like that's the point.
Yeah.
The point isn't like everyone's got to love it.
Yeah.
The point is you change and move people, whether it's good, bad, or otherwise. My intent is to wake you up to things.
That's when
like
you know,
moving.
man. That's when you know you made something.
Yeah.
That's an experience, as you said.
Yeah, totally.
Like people are gonna feel positive or negative.
That's right.
And that's the truth of it all.
And we're at peace with like the same amount of people that love it are going to be the same amount.
Dude,
of people
and let me be honest. I said it multiple times. I saw. You showed me early cuts.
Yeah.
And I was like, things got to get put together a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, like I said, once I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, this is exactly, it's put together.
Yeah.
Like it's there. And I was like, I can't wait. It got me hyped. I got excited.
Yeah.
Because like, oh shit, like I get to see the complete like package now.
Yeah.
And dude, it's a package.
It's a package.
I told you, like I'm serious. Like it's great.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's a great movie.
Thanks, dude.
You know, I truly think so. I'm not just saying that because I'm your friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thank you, bro.
I truly think it's like it's an experience.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot of people worked on it, dude, to get it to this point. Like you said, it was just us, and now it's other people joining on and make it what it is. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's awesome.
A ride. All right. That's the way we can talk. I want to move forward now, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a list of questions.
Okay. Do you want to try calling Adam Simon about the Trump tariff thing?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Do you want to try calling him? Well, tell him it has to be quick.
Okay.
I just don't have his number.
I don't think he will answer. But
no?
You don't have his number?
But just try.
Okay, I'll try. He might be pissed.
So basically, Trump put the Trump tariffs.
That's your boy.
You know? But he put one out on movies.
What?
Yes. So let me read it to you before you call.
Okay.
All right. So his Truth Social post says post come on now. Okay, dude.
What is Truth?
Why can't I just look at the post? And why is it not coming up?
Truth Social's like Twitter?
It's his Twitter basically.
Oh, got you.
I can't find anything. Can I see an image, please? Here it is. Okay.
Is this all lies?
No, it's real. He did it on May 4th. At 7:18, right after dinner. The movie industry in America is The movie industry in America is dying a very fast death. Other countries are offering all sorts of incentives to draw our filmmakers and studios away from the United States. Hollywood and many other areas within the USA are being devastated. This is a concerted effort by other nations, therefore a national security threat.
Oh.
It is, in addition to everything else, messaging and propaganda. Therefore, I am authorizing the Department of Commerce and the United States Trade Representative to immediately begin the process of instituting a 100% tariff, only the best tariffs, on any and all movies coming into our country that are produced in foreign lands. We want movies made in America again.
Oh, wow. Wow. So, okay. If a movie's... So, here, hold on. Wait a second. Let me get this straight.
Yeah.
Don't do that. If a movie's made in Iran, which they're great filmmakers, let's just say, or Korea, South Korea, if they want to distribute in America, Hulu, Netflix, all that, they want to stream, they want to whatever, they have to pay 100% of what their film is worth?
I think it's more of like I think it's like if they want to show their movies here,
right? Like a Netflix or Hulu or whatever,
they got to pay way more. And it's like obviously if we want those movies to be shown here, we got to pay more.
So we're only going to see probably majority American made.
Well, like maybe like
Canada. Wow.
Well, this is the thing with ours. It's like okay, they're going to charge them more to like show it here or whatever. If they make it over there and show it here, they're going to charge them more money. But in turn, they're going to raise their prices, so we're going to buy it for more.
Oh.
Which is the problem, in my opinion, with tariffs. But also, I think Adam Stein will probably talk about it more, but I agree with him completely because I saw on a story. The main thing I don't understand about like, okay, we're raising the tariff, right? We're putting the taxes on everyone else, so we all get it all done here. We make it here. Mm-hmm. But there are zero incentives to like make it here.
Yeah.
So like, why don't we have like a program for like young filmmakers? Mm-hmm. Have a grant or some shit. Yeah. There are grants and shit out there, but make some more accessible things.
We got denied for every grant we applied.
That's what I'm fucking saying. But they're not. That's not fixing anything. That's not. There's no incentives for any of the tariffs being done here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's my main problem.
I hear what you're saying.
I feel like it could work, but if you like incentivize people to be like, all right, here's some money to fucking go do it.
I'm all for
all the money that we're saving. Yeah. Like, right, we're finding all these like tax whatever frauds and all this shit. Mm-hmm. Here's the money, like use it and make it here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the right way to do it. Yeah. But I feel like it's not being done.
Totally.
You know? So that's the main thing. If he's able to do that, that'd be amazing.
I feel like
that'd be awesome.
We talk about this a lot. I feel like young independent or just independent filmmakers from here, you're on your own.
Yeah.
Like you have to build your own shit.
You got nothing, bro.
That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Or you try to leech onto the Hollywood thing and just make a profit off of it. But like you're kind of fucked. You're on your own.
Yeah, you're fucked.
The grants we applied for, the majority of them, the you have to give cover letters and backstories and biographies and all this shit. So you prepare all this stuff. It takes a little while. You compile everything you have. If you have footage, whatever, you send it. The majority of these grants, they didn't even look at our footage. Like you could see how many times people play your clip. Or whatever. They didn't even look. Yeah. They probably saw like a blurb and they were like, "Fuck this." Yeah. So there's no
and they're getting money probably, and they're probably giving it to people that fucking know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'm all for building up in American film and like American stories.
Yeah.
But I kind of am nervous about like losing great stories from all over.
That's what I'm saying. You can't tax.
No, that's crazy.
Art and culture from the world.
That's wild.
That's insane.
That's scary.
That's scary as fuck.
Yeah. That's kind of
like, oh, you want to express yourself? Here's a tariff.
It's just like
that's crazy. I don't know.
People are doing great stories all over the world. Why would we be shielded?
No, I want an American story, not your Iranian.
So promote
bullshit, dude.
Help make American.
I don't want
stories.
your dude. Fuck you, dude.
Well, you're the what?
I don't want your African story.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Get out of here.
That's
dude.
Crazy. That's scary.
They should be making movies about Trump.
Dude, should I call Adam or no?
Try to call him.
I'll try quick.
Just we need to. I know, call him, but like just quick opinion. He said he'll answer. He says I'll answer. We tried, Adam.
We tried. He's sleeping.
Yeah. But let me read what he put. So you know, and maybe we could talk to him next time because I wanted to know his opinion on it because.
Is it okay to share this?
It's on his story.
Oh, okay.
He put, "This is stupid. See on my story why. Completely unenforceable, first of all. Shows a fundamental misunderstanding of how movies are made. This will make it more difficult to get movies made, not easier. Adding a massive headache to an industry that's already struggling.
It's so hard, dude.
The solution is to incentivize the filmmaking process, not penalize it. Mm-hmm. I don't care what your politics are. This is bad business and completely stupid." Agreed.
I hear what he's saying. I hear what he's saying. I hear what you're saying and he's saying.
More money is made outside of the U.S. in the international market that brings dollars back into U.S. filmmaking. It's a global 100%. Business. Isolationism in art does not work. True.
I tend to agree.
True. And that's all he wrote.
I tend to agree.
And that's simple.
This is all news to me and it's kind of, I'm trying to grasp it.
It's kind of wild.
I never thought I'd hear that.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could do that. So paintings are next, like music, like what else is next?
Yeah.
That's wild.
If it's not American, then I don't want to hear it.
That's a scary thing.
Isn't it wild that you could just like swipe wiggle a wand and take away
it's gonna take a
the
while,
outside world,
like create a tariff like that, right? Like that won't be overnight, probably.
Well, I don't think any of them can be just like implemented immediately.
Right.
Well, I mean, I guess they can be, but
get voted up and through the House.
Well, I guess it can be, yeah. No, I think it's actually, I think it's like executive order.
Oh,
yeah. So
say goodbye.
So we're not gonna see any good movies for a while.
No Bong Joon-ho.
But dude, we can make our own. Well, wait, I don't have money.
but
shit.
So
you know what? This is a call. Hey, Trump, give us money.
It's a call.
Give us money for a movie.
Give us your money. We'll tell more stories. So a Neon, a distributor, major distributor, huge. They'll no longer buy a South Korean film because it'll cost them more money.
I guess it depends on those companies if they're gonna. And I'm sure, like, do you think those movies, like, let's say, like a Parasite, when it was bought, was it like a shit ton they bought it for?
I would imagine it's a good amount.
I wonder, man.
Because that budget was not small.
Yeah,
there's no way.
But I wonder compared to like an American like made Hollywood movie,
it's
probably
a gap,
you know. So like if they're technically way cheaper,
Transformers 5 was like
that's
10 billion.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If like those movies are way cheaper, anyways, it's like what are you doing?
Yeah,
you're just shitting on everyone else.
It's kind of scary,
right?
I don't like that. I want to help American filmmakers and storytellers, but that's not. I don't think the proper way to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know though. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
It's literally going to be, I'm sorry, I'm going to rant. It's literally going to be like China, where like you literally have to go on like a VPN to watch a movie. You know what I mean? Like they don't have YouTube.
Well,
you know what I mean?
He's not saying, you're saying in the future.
Yeah, in the future, they don't have like movies. They have like censored movies of our movies. They have like different versions of our movies in their countries.
All of it.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. That sounds crazy to me. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. VPN.
It's scary, you know?
Everyone
and it's crazy because it's funny too when you see that kid I Show Speed went to China. Yeah. He's like a whole China tour.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dude, all those kids know him.
Yeah, they do.
But like they don't have.
So how do they know him?
Exactly. They go around that shit, you know? So
there's always going to be a way.
Of course, you know? But it's like,
should there be?
But why do you got to go around? You know, it sucks.
Yeah. Isn't he doing like a pretty good job of like showing China's not a terrible place? Like he's humanizing it.
Man,
how do you feel about it?
I gotta be honest. I think China's
they're screwed.
A crazy country.
Crazy.
And I think I don't think it's Chinese people. You know what I mean? Like I think the government is insane.
You're saying China sucks.
I'm gonna say
he's been on the mic.
I'm gonna explain China. China it's fucking huge, right?
Yeah.
It's like more than America. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
It's everything they show. This is the thing. Like North Korea, like you know how they do like the propaganda videos? They show the best parts of everything. Uh-huh. They build up these like main cities to be insane. Damn. Insanely technologically advanced, look amazing, look futuristic, all this stuff. Yep. I was like, go on Google Maps right now and try to go to like Beijing and like try to look up pictures of like, you know, you go to New York and look at the street, you can like look around. Yeah. You can't do it in China.
Beijing. In China. All right, I did it.
And how big is Beijing? Is it like a huge city?
Huge city.
It's like pretty big. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
But I mean, like, if you go out like a little bit north or like to the side or anything, you can't click anywhere. You can't see what anything looks like. So
outside
like,
of the city?
What do you think the outside of that looks like? Because it's not just people living in the cities. It's a huge country. Think about people in the countryside. You know what I mean? Like in America, think of the Midwest or you know, the South and stuff like that. Like think of it like those people. How are they living?
Oh, you can't.
They're screwed. You know what I mean? Like they're probably not doing well. You know what I mean?
He said that. I didn't.
I'll take the
China. I didn't say anything. He said that.
I'll say that.
It's all touristy shots, like I'm seeing.
That's what I'm saying. It's all like doctored, kind of to be the best parts of everything.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Which, like, you can say, you know, I'm sure it's not terrible, but historically and proven, there's problems.
Yeah, that's
communist.
Okay.
You know, it's very controlled.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like the opposite of America.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to get to the point where America starts being controlled, then
nobody wants to be
different
over governed
than China.
Yeah.
China. And that's your history lessons for today.
Well, thank you, Mike, for walking me through that.
No problem.
I'm a little horrified at the news, but we'll see.
You know what, dude? We'll be fine.
I'm always like this now. We'll see what happens. Yeah. That's how I deal with this shit.
Me too.
Until the nukes dropped on my head.
Me too. And dude, and now my parents have been with me, and it's a constant 24 hours of Fox News going on in the background of my head. And I'm just gonna say that it bothers me, and that's all I'm gonna say.
There's so much in there, like in your chest right now, that you're not gonna say. Mm-hmm. But I hear you loud and clear, brother. Yeah. Hey, let me ask you some questions because now
Let's do it, man.
Your boy's on ChatGPT.
We got 9 minutes, man.
How much fun did we have doing the D&D stuff in Texas?
Oh my goodness, we gotta share those pictures,
dude,
man.
We have a whole guild. That was so much fun, bro.
We'll post those.
We have a guild now.
We'll post those, dude.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, dude, the D&D stuff was getting numbers.
I'm telling you.
So we have to figure out like a real good setup.
Maybe once a month,
do it.
We break it out.
Yeah.
Or a different
Do
day.
a Western one. You already got the getup.
So sick, dude.
Do a little scarf.
100%.
That'd be sick.
I got the bolo.
Just get a fold-up table in here.
You guys are so lucky I didn't break out the bolo tie this episode.
Oh, you got one?
Shit's different.
You got one?
Hey, dude.
Dude, you got one?
Your boys.
Don't tell me you got one.
I got a bolo tie. Oh, 100% I got a bolo tie. No, they thought I wouldn't do it. They thought I wouldn't do it. And people are going to make fun, and that's fine.
Now, how much does a bolo tie go for?
$40. I got a fucking.
I want to, dude. I was dreaming to dress up like that,
dude.
Like bolo tie
I was hoping
and all
you
that
should.
shit.
I almost wore it.
That's fly, dude. That's fly as fuck.
Damn it.
It's fly as shit.
But I'm telling you,
fuck.
It's different now.
Yeah.
Your boy changed.
And you're dressing up like that for the New Jersey.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Man.
And you should just dress up like a cowboy.
This is me now.
You should.
This is me now.
You should. Man.
I never felt more myself.
Yeah.
And I'm not even from there.
Yeah.
But I just feel
It feels good there, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Cowboy boots are so comfortable, by the way.
I know.
Dude.
Aren't they great?
I'm every day in these.
You chill.
No laces. I just
You know what's funny too? When I bought mine, I bought like the long ass socks for them.
Yeah.
I was seeing people in the movie premiere. They just wear like normal socks.
Yeah, that's what I'm wearing.
That's what I gotta do.
I'm wearing like Nikes under.
That's what I gotta do, bro.
Boots,
I was just getting hot, bro. I was like, shit.
I'm wearing the Nike basketball socks underneath.
Man.
But dude, so we're on ChatGPT now. I'm big. I'm into it. I'm in it.
You're sold, huh?
I'm sold.
Once it helps you out a little bit.
When you use it and it's like, oh, dude, this thing's great. I just bought in fully.
Dude, we were making.
Oh, I love AI.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Don't even say it.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna rattle off some questions.
Yeah.
I typed in like personal questions for two friends that happen to be dudes. Who are cute.
Weird. Why'd you do that?
Cute dudes who look at each other for a long time. That maybe thought-provoking questions. And that's what I typed in. Here we go.
You should type in slightly gay questions.
That's not. Is it that? Okay. Have you ever felt pressure to be the strong one?
Ooh.
And what has that cost you emotionally?
Ooh. The strong one. Man, I think so. Mm. I think in like family situations more often to just like power through things. And even in other things too. You know, me getting like mad at what other people do and maybe like not okay with what other people do, but then like not to, go against that. And honestly, it made me feel like it like made me feel like I gave up a little bit of like myself, and it made me feel like I can't, maybe like my opinion doesn't matter, or like I can't change things,
Wow.
Stuff like that,
That's a big change.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way now?
Now, no.
Now you're good.
But in the past, yeah, I felt that.
Yeah.
That it was tough to speak up for things.
Did you feel stuck?
A little bit, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And that it was like kind of like, oh, I don't have to have any conflict or anything. But it's a lot of like, you kind of just sit in that.
Yeah.
And nothing really happens.
Straight. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dang. I'm glad you're not there anymore.
Thanks, man.
Glad you don't avoid conflict.
Thanks, bro.
Glad you don't feel like you have to be the strong one. A lot of dudes struggle with that.
I don't ever want a strong man. This is how You remind me of how I really. When I'm answering that question,
that was in the background. Sorry. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Is that Creed?
I don't know. Is that Nickelback?
It might be Nickelback. One of the
This is how. I miss that era, bro.
Me too, bro.
I remember, dude, on the radio.
Oh yeah.
The radio.
Oh yeah.
Listen to the
Come on,
Nickelback on the radio. That was my shit, man.
That was the shit, dude.
Fuck.
That was a time.
That was a moment.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Has there ever been a moment where you felt truly seen or understood by someone, and what was that like?
That's with Margot. 100% every day of my life.
Wow. You guys are in love, man.
Yeah.
And it's pissing me off a little bit.
Why, dude?
Because I miss
You used to be happy with me, man.
I miss that. And I don't want you to feel that if I'm not feeling... No, I'm just kidding. No, dude.
I want you to be in pain.
That's the same shit. When you find the one, dude, it's like, oh, I can be me.
Yeah.
I can just be me.
Yeah.
With my friends and my love, like, I get to just be Dave or Mike. I'm not putting on no fucking performance. It's so draining to put on a performance.
One of the best things ever.
What?
Like a recent thing that she told me.
What'd she say?
And that are you completely like was such a perfect thing because it was the thing I needed to hear because of a past thing that hurt me deeply, and it just made everything so much better.
Are you gonna say what it is, or
yeah?
We don't have to. We don't have to. Don't say it. I feel like you're on the fence. Don't say it. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
Keep it between you guys. But that's beautiful. That
I didn't even tell her about that. So
that's beautiful, though, bro.
Yeah.
She healed you without even knowing it. Probably. Yeah. She just laid on something that you were injured by someone else because of.
I'll tell her later.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's great. It's great, dude. Oh man. This is how
you remind me of Margot. What role do male friendships I didn't say relationships, I said friendships, play in your emotional well-being?
Emotional.
I'm applying pressure this episode, bro.
This isn't good.
Yeah.
You mean ChatGPT?
Oh, you know what someone told me?
What?
Oh, who was it? Wait. Someone told me on the trip. I gotta say, man, the podcast, I love tuning in. I love watching Mike. Open up and get to know himself more and grow over the years.
Really?
I forgot who it was, dude.
I feel like you've said this before.
No, but it was someone that came up to me to tell me that specifically.
Really?
And I didn't tell you yet.
Damn.
Yes, dude.
Well, thank you, whoever it was.
So I'm applying pressure because people like to see you grow, man.
I've been trying, man.
Just to see you share.
You know what's cool? That solo episode felt so easy.
Yeah.
It
looked easy. It seemed easy.
Yeah, it was great. It was really good. What'd you ask?
I didn't watch it because I'm not in it.
Yeah, I know. You didn't want to. You didn't want to do it.
No, I love
What'd you ask?
So what role do male friendships play in your life and emotionally? What do they play in your emotional well-being of male friendships?
I think male friendships.
Do you let male friendships into your emotional life? Or is it surface?
I think not all of them. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of them, honestly. I'm trying to think of more than than this one. To be honest. Fuck. But I also don't have a lot. But I have I'm not counting my family, my cousin and my brother and stuff. Friends. I mean Jordan too. I talk with stuff with him. You know what? No, no. You know what? I talk. I don't know why I'm thinking me way back. I think I just haven't thought about it. It's I just kind of am more comfortable now. If I'm going through something, just to bring it up, or something I'm dealing with, or someone says it's something they're dealing with, or I ask them how they are and they tell me something, then I try to get to, understand what they're going through and stuff like that. And it feels good to create an understanding.
Yeah.
Emotionally.
Totally.
With other men now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
There is the surface stuff too. Of course. You know what I mean? But it feels like it's a good balance of like, you're able to hit on certain points, but also have fun.
Yeah. Totally.
Not just crying.
100%. I cried so hard on Jordan.
On what?
Like blubbering. I blubbered on Jordan's shoulder.
Really?
At the end of the Dallas shit. Lost it.
Oh, I gotta ask him about it.
Yeah. We'll talk to him about it.
Last one.
This is it? I have like 12 more. Thank you, ChatGPT. Feel the high part. Oh.
Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't like the way this is going.
How do you define strength today, and how is it different from how you defined it years ago?
Strength today. Strength today is, I don't think it changes much, man. I think it's like I think strength changes as you age. Not as like the world moves on. I think the strength, like you gotta, I don't know. It's a mix of like some masculine stuff.
Yeah.
But also like emotionally understanding things. Being able to like concede points, understanding things, not being like it's all about me or it's all about my circle. Think about other people. I think it's maybe just understanding is a strength.
Awesome.
In most things.
Yeah, dude.
And hitting a bench.
Hitting the bench. Yeah. Like a physical strength. Hey.
I got to get back in the gym.
You look good, though.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
Your boy's been eating like...
That's okay.
Every day.
That's okay. We go through these hills and valleys, bro. It's hills and valleys. That's a beautiful answer. I think understanding is like a really good answer.
Yeah.
There's, of course, like the desire as a man to like be strong physically and to not be bested.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's a prideful part of being a man. Strength, I think, is like, or at least I used to look at it as like not being soft, not being vulnerable or able to be fucked with.
I think also it's like the perseverance.
That's being a man.
Through the tough times.
Totally.
The dark times, the sad times, the mad times. But if you just go like, fuck you, like...
Yeah, dude.
You're just being crazy.
That's what it is for me. I think it's understanding, but having an emotional understanding of who you are. I think I was never taught how to understand my emotions, and I was so affected by my emotions that I would act.
Yeah.
And now I think like, as I grow, I'm learning like, I don't want to just allow my emotions. I'm never going to be fully like solved in like this arena, but I never want to allow my emotions to dictate my actions like completely. Like I'm a man and this affected me and moved me and changed me. So therefore I'm going to act this way and I'm going to respond. I think strength is like understanding your emotions, having an emotional awareness, and just being totally keen on who you are. Like that's strength to me. That's calm in a storm. You know what I'm saying? Like being strong, I think as a man is like, you can act out and you don't. That's what's the term? That is meekness. Like to be meek is not to be weak. Weak is you have no strength in the matter. You have no say. You have nothing to respond with.
Yeah.
Meekness is having all the strength in the world. You have a knowledge and you could best the obstacle in your way. And instead you choose patience and humility and kindness. That's strength. That's having control. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to be just wild, just pop off, just let my heart take me wherever, my emotions explode, and I'll deal with whatever the outcome was after.
Yeah.
But I wasn't present, and I wasn't aware, and I wasn't strong. And I can't be a good husband and a good friend if I'm like in prison for like hitting somebody because they were mad at me or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no emotional awareness there. There's no like humility or grace or like understanding. There's no pause. You know, strength I think is having control over your existence as a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And I'm not there.
Yeah.
But I'm better than I was at that.
Yeah. I feel like it's like a circle, man, of like you like, you know, growing up, you kind of like when you're young, you don't really know who you are and all this stuff. And like you find what it is, like who you are. And that might be like a lot of times it's like how you treat people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like how you want to be treated and how you want to shape life, you know? And like a lot of the time it's like if you're not strong, the world can walk over you. Mm-hmm. So like sometimes people get walked over and like it pisses them off and they want to fucking like power through and like show like, look at me, like I can do this shit. You know what I mean? Or maybe they do some stuff and they make a name for themselves or they do something that, you know, shows strength. But you need to like, you can't be without the like understanding
100%.
of all these other people
100%.
and instilling that too in like the people around you and supporting each other, and you can't do it alone. You know? And it's this circle of like you're going from understanding things to something comes up you don't understand and like you go through the cycle again, and that's just life.
That's life, buddy.
You get through it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah,
dude. And I think strength is like learning.
The more it happens, the easier it gets to kind of figure things out and go through. And like, you know, you'll get hit with a sucker punch.
100%.
But if you set things up for yourself, like you got someone to bring you up, or you can go to people to talk about stuff with, or you know, you got things handled.
100%. Yeah, man. You ever find like, this is the last thing I'll say. You ever find I don't know if you ever felt this way as a man, like growing up or whatever, but you had to be like, you had a desire to be seen as a leader or someone like part of being a man is like a nature of, I have to step up and lead. I have to be the head of the household, or I have to be like my mom was a single mom. I felt like I had to step up and like protect her. And I was very like rough with guys that would come around. Like I wasn't inviting. And like, I felt like I had to step into that role and kind of like lead, you know, like, or look like a leader, like appear to be a leader, like fake being strong or fake being fearless or whatever, because I'm a man. And I think that is like the ego and the fear and the misunderstanding of like what it is to be a man. And the best leaders I've found are people that they don't have a desire to lead, but you follow them because you know they're sacrificial, they're humble, they're gracious, they care, they're willing to give up their portion for you. Therefore, you look at them and you say, wow, that's a leader. That's a man. You know what I'm saying? All the men that I've found that I've like really gravitated towards, that I look to as like leaders of young men or whatever, they're all those things. Or like a good helping of most of them, but they're never out for their own, like, I'm the leader. They're not trying to claim that. They exude that because of where their heart is. You know? I think when you stop trying to chase the thing of like being strong and being fearless and being, it's nonsense. You're going to have fears and you're going to have worries and all that. That's not what a man is. A man is someone who feels fear and still acts through it and is willing to give up their portion for the man next to them or the woman or whoever. That's to me what a man is. You know, it's no longer like, it's about me. I feel like that's I got to grasp this. And if I just get that, then I'll be fulfilled. And if I win this and if they love me, and then if I could grab all that and fill it in myself and take it, then I'll feel strong. Then I'll be a man. Then I'll be loved. Then I'll feel good. I'll just feel good. I won't feel like I'm in the wrong life or I'm doing it wrong, whatever that means. And then like, luckily, life has a way of kind of putting you in your place, I think, if you live it long enough. And if you're open to it slightly, like it's going to keep opening that door where it's no longer, how can I take? It's now like, what can I give? Because that is the most rewarding shit. That's when you become like or you start to become, I think, the best version of what humanity is. It's like the giver.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you think, I don't know why I came up with this. Do you think like that you can't, let me see if this makes sense. You can't fill that feeling. You can only be filled in a way. You know?
Yeah, dude.
I feel like that's the truth.
So well said, man.
Right?
Simple but perfect.
And like everything you do kind of like can work towards that.
Yeah.
But if you're always trying to like take all the drinks, you're never going to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the paradox.
But if you be good and do that, then people will fill it in you.
They'll fill you.
You know?
Yeah, dude. They'll fill your cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Stop trying to take
and also I want to, before I forget, I had that word in my mind was caring about stuff.
Love it.
Because before I felt like, as a, growing up, I always felt like it was cool not to care.
Not to care.
And being a man, like I didn't care about what anyone said.
Yeah.
I would do my own thing
and
be strong with it, and really follow through. But I found that the more I care, the more that it bring the things that I wanted most in life.
Yeah. 100%, man.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
We killed it, man.
Dude, killed it. I got to say one thing because it's on my heart real quick. For the young dudes out there, because there's people that hit us up and a lot of them are young guys. And like I've met like kids that are like in school, they're like doing journalism. They're starting their own newspapers. Like they're doing shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm 34. I just had a moment where like the thing I pursued since I was their age, like it showed like it, I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Like it made sense.
Yeah.
Like if it's on your heart to do this thing you love to do, if it's a newspaper, if it's painting, if it's business, if it's an idea you have, like, and it fills you and it feels right, like keep doing it. Like don't allow the outside world or people who don't understand who you are and what it means to you to do this thing and how it fills your cup to do it. Don't allow them to dictate like you sacrificing that thing to fit in or to avoid friction, because there's always going to be friction in life. You're going to feel the friction later if you look back and you say, man, I should have stuck with it. I should have finished that thing. I should have pursued it harder. I knew I had it in me. There's nothing worse than unfulfilled potential. And if you feel like that's on your heart, just keep going, guys. Please keep going. Yeah. Don't allow yourself to quit on yourself. If it's on your heart and you believe it's the right thing to do, do it. Don't allow them to get in your ear. Don't allow them to change your mind. Take all the feedback you want, but always speak to your heart. Like, what do you want to do? It's on you. It's your life. With total love. No negativity. No pride. No nothing. Yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
It's well said, man.
Yeah, man. That's the episode.
You Were Here podcast, episode 327. Like and subscribe.
For Avery. Whatever this is. Congratulations, TCU, Avery. Love you. She got in.
The claws. My name's Mike. Signing it out.
My name's Dave. I love y'all. Please be kind to yourself. Please be kind to one another. Peace.